Hi everybody, my name is Tamara from the Natural Power of Birth. Um, my basic education is as a primary school teacher, but my passion for art led me to study and then work as a graphic designer for many years. I actually love it, but the experience of the birth of my two children changed my life. I discovered the world of childbirth. I discovered the figure of a doula as a birth coach, birth trainer, and so I started to study myself to become a doula, and now I am a trauma informed birth and postpartum doula. Um, I'm a childbirth educator, nutritional advisor, and rebozo practitioner, but I am also energy healer. I've been trained as a Reiki master, and I am a second level moon mother. And I'm actually the only second level moon mother doula in Oslo or maybe in Norway, I don't know, able to practice this kind of services also with pregnant women. Um, I continue to study because I always want to give a better service to you. So now I'm deepening my studies in the trauma resolution and deep body and movement-based facilitation. During this workshop that I call Conscious Birth Empowerment for the Mother to Be, um, I used many tools. So we are working with somatic experiencing, mindfulness, embodiment, art therapy, and energy healing. And through all this, I will provide you with some tools to befriend your fear and have mm, uh, a better experience in life. And I'm aiming here to prevent birth trauma. Um, why I'm saying this? Because actually, you know that 1/3 of women um, has a traumatic birth experience, and 1 in 8 entering motherhood with PTSD. And you know that, well, if you are here, it's because you're pregnant or you're planning to be. So this is your opportunity to work to prevent a traumatic birth, and so become aware of your power. Um, I know that parents face many fears, preoccupation, worries, and the mind is full of thinking, what will happen? Will I be able to give birth naturally? Will I be able to be a good mother? This can be also the same thought for the father as well. So um, I know that can be overwhelming, but also during birth, during pregnancy, you can also say, okay, it's nothing. It's just a moment, and you ignore it. But then what happened during birth is that it became really overwhelming. You cannot control it, and you're more vulnerable in that moment, right? So what happened in your body is that you may slow down the labor, you may feel more pain, and maybe you are you ended up receiving medical intervention. So for this reason, I tell you, don't underestimate any uncomfortable thoughts that are coming in your mind. Okay, uh, through this class, I'm going to offer, at the end of this class, I'm going to offer you a 20% discount plus another gift. So, and now I want to tell you a little bit more about me. I think it's important you know uh, who is behind all this work and why I'm doing this. So, what I will start saying that the experience of my second birth was a water birth, was a very, very natural birth and was amazing. And this had me to discover how important is the moment of the birth to give a good start in life to your baby. And I want you to be able to make a conscious choice as well for the birth of your baby. Um, when I arrived in Norway, I was because I'm Italian. I arrived in Norway. I was 7 months pregnant with a 1-year-old child. It was the most toughest moment of my life, even if my husband was here and gave me a lot of support and with true love and compassion. He was amazing. He's amazing, but I felt so scared of this new situation and very, very vulnerable. Um, and for this reason, I ended up to stay in the house for months with my children. Um, but at the same time, uh, I started to understand a little bit more about the figure of the doula, and I started to study myself to become one. First as a self-taught, and then I started a Italian blog with experienced midwife supporting women and mothers. This was in 2008. In 2012, I wrote a book about the sleep of the babies, and yes, and in 2015 I became a certified doula. Well, my study continues because I think it's important um, to make my practice more complete. So I introduce many elements from the Benkung belly binding to the reboso practice, and so many other things. But still, I realized at the end that all of these, even if as are all amazing tools, were missing something, and it was that um, spiritual, in a way, support. Um, all of this led me to become the kind of doula I am now. And all the practice I gave, all this learning, I put it into practice with my clients, and I saw amazing results in my one-on-one sessions. I saw women face their fears, their anxiety and traumas, and just blooming and um, mm, how to say, arrive to the childbirth with very empowered and informed. So full of courage. That is the amazing part of this work, I think. Yes, so now we talk a little bit about the structure of this workshop. So in this class we are going to sit in a circle. It will be um, in a space of not judgment, but will be highly experiential. So if you have, you know that you have a very huge trauma on your shoulder, please contact your contact the professional first. We are going to work at the beginning with some relaxation technique, embodiment technique, guided meditation, and breathing technique as well. We are talking a little bit about physiology of the birth and how the hormone works during labor, and about the effect of fear or worries during labor. Through a process of empowering coaching session, we are going to find out what triggers your fears. So it's a kind of deep work we are going to do, and we find out what is the bigger fear we have here around the birth process, and through mindfulness technique, we are going to befriend this fear. Um, you're going to learn something about the rebozo, how to use it as a comfort measure during labor, and then I will use also the rebozo to help you in releasing your fear. So we will practice, we perform a small ceremony where we are going to release the fear, and I will help you, I will support you with some energy healing. After that, we are going to work on a piece of art. Um, um, it can be a drawing, it can be some powerful affirmation sentences or words, and or something else. But it will be something that you bring to your own birth as a reminder of the process that you're doing here during this workshop, and maybe an anchor to remember you to come back on yourself on the present moment. So I think this is an amazing job. What do you think? I think it is. And I think you shouldn't think this is an amazing job. What do you think? I think it is, and I think you shouldn't underestimate. I already said that, but I will. I want to repeat it. So don't underestimate your fear, worries around the birth, and don't procrastinate. Just contact me and book this session. Listen your instinct. You know if this workshop is for you. Um, the place would be a nice, calm, and safe place where we can share all the emotions. It will. I'm predicting 4.5 hours or maybe 5. So we'll be spent some time together. Yeah, and yes, some practical information I want to give you, and is how to book this workshop. Um, what you have to do is contact me via email, Tamara at naturalpowerofbirth.com. Uh, Once you send your payment, you are booked. And remember, there is a cancellation policy. You can check on the website or in the on the Facebook event all the detail about this. But one thing I say now is that there is no refund 1 day prior the event. but the ticket can be transferred to another person or with another session or event. Um, well, if we do this work one-on-one, it will cost you like 3,700 kroner. This is not what I want to ask you, of course. That's why I'm doing this workshop, so I can offer you this for just a fraction of the price. This time will be 800 kroner. And that is, but it's not what you are going to pay. I'm offering you here um, uh, the price of 600 kroner. Plus, I told you there is another gift, and that is you will have a 10% discount on one of my packages. Can be anything. You can check on my website from birth doula, postpartum doula, or different session, Reiki, massage, or womb blessing, womb healing. So just go ahead, click the button, send an email, get registered. I know we can do this together, and together we can make a change. We can make a difference. We can reduce this huge amount of trauma birth experience. Hope you enjoy this video, and see you soon.